5. I love men. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the Jeep, so come on, let's ride to the nerd store around the corner. Boy said he wants some Star Trek and juice, but I really don't want to. Feel like I had a... I love men. Last week, I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like men. Kirk, Spock, Scotty. I love men. So what can I do? I really beg you, my lord. Tell me flirting is just like a sport. Anything fly, it's all good. Let me jump in the Jeep and send in the trumpet. I love men. A little bit of Kirk in my... A little bit of Scotty on the... But a little bit of... Sulu's what I... A little bit of... Chekhov in... I love men. In the whatever. Dude. Hiroga number 5.
It's the anti-checker.
We will return to your scheduled programming shortly, or we are currently experiencing technical difficulties.
What is going on, everybody? Michael J. Crawford here, and just hanging out with you guys for a few minutes. In about 42 minutes as the scheduled time, we should be on Nerdrotic's channel. I know the Odin's movie blog is supposed to be there, as well as Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, which is why I'm wearing my official Geeks and Gamers shirt, because, you know, I promised him that I would wear it if he gave it to me, so I'm wearing it. Thomas puts in $1.99. Thank you so much, Thomas. And Bird of Prey will love Picard. Well, we know that because Bird does indeed love men.
I love men.
So, you know, it's just a thing. And number 11, you got it. Hey, Doc. There we go. And go back to there. All right. And... oh, that reminds me, because I keep meaning to... I thought I had that taken care of. Hold on, I'm going to the Streamlabs. And I thought that I had it set so that... let me turn that off. Subscribers, turn off... and I think... oh, I didn't save. That's what it was. All right, I'm basically turned it off, even though I love seeing the little thing when new people subscribe. Because the channel has been growing like crazy, which thank you to all of you for that. I know that I have a lot of you to thank for it, the likes, the comments, the subscribes. But because of that, it's like when I'm not doing, even when I'm not doing a live stream, every few minutes I hear a new subscriber, which is nice, but sometimes when I'm trying to record something, it gets a little annoying. But anyway, Thomas was first in the chat. Welcome, my friend. Mr. Miles second, but of course, Mr. Miles is always first. Darth Revan is third, but saying first, and then says, "Damn it, Potts!" But Mr. Miles beat you to it as well. And then Mr. Miles claims pre-first. Okay. Schromer says, "Greetings, anti-checker and fellow nerds. How you doing, Schromer? Hope you're having a good one." And Kevin T, you almost fooled me with that avatar. I thought you were Captain Redneck there for a second, because you, your Captain Redneck uses that same. I know there's a name for that frog. I don't know what the name of that frog is, but I know it has a name. Chris says hello. Darth Revan is talking to Mr. Mouse, so that's... Kevin says I'm not gay. Well, good for you, I guess. Bird of Prey is sighing. He's got a false modesty there. He loves hearing the Korogan national anthem. It's just that he tries to play it down. Yorktown says, "Hello, sir. Why do my ears hurt?" Possibly because of the sounds of Bird of Prey rapping are just so beautiful that your ears can't handle it. If we want to be first, we need to send Thomas to Koroga so they don't have internet. Yeah, that's true. The Korogans don't have, and they obviously don't have piloting skills either, as we saw Bird of Prey flying his Bird of Prey straight down. So if I angle this just right, we'll be okay. That was beautiful, Bird. Greetings, you big dork. What did you think of my meme? It was... I gotta admit, it was not the best meme I've ever seen, but it was all right. Mr. Miles says, congrats on 10.5k subs already. Yeah, it's amazing. It's one of those things. And Laura told me this. I didn't really believe it, but when I talked to Laura Reloaded, this was probably about a year ago, and he says, man, once you break 10,000, then it becomes much easier to get more subs. For some reason, the algorithm catches you much easier when you're over 10,000. Captain MKG is heading out for a drive. Have a great stream. Hey, take care, Captain. And if you're available, though, don't forget we'll be on Nerdrotic in about 40 minutes. Shormer says, by the way, if any of you saw my first attempt at a live stream, please ignore. I was just testing software. I'll be broadcasting from the Mountains of Elysium channel soon. Very cool, Shormer. I did not see it, but I wish you luck with it. Life with Matthew says, hello, Antrigger and all. How's it going? I'm hanging in there. Turds at a yellow today, mainly because I took a healthy dose of my pain medication today. I'm trying to conserve it because I know that they can only give you so much of the stuff, so I'm just trying to not take it except for when I absolutely have to. Darth Maul says, yo, my still bearded friend. Okay. Why would I not be bearded? And Joseph says, and Epstein didn't kill himself. Okay. Glad to see you're feeling a little better. Thank you, Alice. Yes, hanging in there today. Part of the reason that I took the pain meds today was because of the fact that I'm going to be on Nerdrotic, and I didn't want to have to bow out of that. Track 95 says, did you see my comment about episode 9? Not yet, my friend. Today, honestly, I spent the first half of the day just resting, and then the last couple of hours, me and Mr. Miles were talking about some channel stuff, and wow, the subscribe thing still pops up. Weird. And so it's been a little nuts. Darthran says, if I sent you this is what a feminist looks like, and a pink kitty hat, would you wear it on a stream? Probably not. Just saying. Jeff says, poor Lore. Poor Lore? Lore's got 67,000 subs. He's definitely not poor. Multi-Gunman says, hey, Checker, hey, how's it going? I'm hanging in there, my friend. Mountains of Elysium is now here saying, hail Koroga. Wow, really? You're just a jerk. Kevin says, who else thinks Mandalorian is kind of weak? Well, I'll tell you this. I'm enjoying it. Like, I think episode 3 was the best of the 3 so far. But its biggest problem, and I know that Mr. Miles disagrees with me hardcore on this, but my biggest problem with the show is that there's not a lot of character development in the show. I think that the Mandalorian character himself is woefully underdeveloped. And the reason I think I liked episode 3 is because we actually got, finally, a smidge of what his true character is. Darth Herman says, Andrew, tell Bird of Prey 5 we support you. Okay. Well, I know you do. Yellow Poo, did you have a curry? Did you have curry? I didn't have curry, but I did have some oxycodone today. We have Beagle Vision TV in the main viewer. That's correct. You can see Auntie is chewing away on her favorite thing in the whole world, a ham bone. We buy those things in bulk because she absolutely loves those things. And let's see. Chat's being a little weird. Ant Checker is sponsored by Beagle Bites. No, the Beagle is biting, but that's definitely not Beagle Bites. Darth Maul says, make sure you ask Gary if he got his mic fixed. It was way too quiet. I will. I didn't know that he was having a problem with it. I've watched a couple of his videos. It didn't seem like that the sound was off. But Joseph Enter, the first pilot episode of Star Trek with Captain Pike is the perfect illustration for liberalism. The aliens mastered illusions and destroyed themselves, living in a fantasy world. Wow. Thomas says, I can't wait until January 23rd when they kill Captain Picard. Trek 95 says, it was on Odin Stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, we were both on Odin Stream for a little bit, but I actually bowed out of Odin Stream a few minutes before I was getting this set up. I said if episode 9 was good, that I would eat your shoes. Well, you don't need to eat my shoes, Trek 95. If episode 9 is good, we can all just celebrate that we have a good Star Wars movie, because we haven't had a good Star Wars movie in a very, very long time. By still bearded, it looks like you just got a haircut and a beard trim. Surprised me. Oh, no, well, the hair, Mrs. Anttrigger did trim the sides of my hair a little bit, and I trim the beard every once in a while, so. Bird of Prey says your microphone is blocking the important photo again. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bird. Wouldn't want people to miss out on the Bird Thug. And so, my deepest apologies. Ian says, Enter, good to see you and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers getting along. Oh yeah, Jeremy's good guy. I don't agree with everything he says, but he's certainly personable enough. We've had some good conversations now on Nerdrotic. I know we're going to be talking about some of the Mandalorian stuff. I'm hoping we get into the Anita Sarkeesian stuff a little bit with her take on the Mandalorian, which is just ridiculous. But I don't know what else we're going to be talking about tonight. Now, Bird says I already read that. Miles says, The Mandalorian has given me a bit of hope for Picard. They turned Star Wars around pretty quick for me. Hopefully CBS can do it with Star Trek too, but I have my doubts. Well, here's the thing, though. I see The Mandalorian as a step in the right direction. For me, I don't say, woohoo, Star Wars is back. I say, hey, at least we got a decent show. But I won't say Star Wars is back until we have a Star Wars feature film that is awesome. Now, maybe The Mandalorian will continue to be good. Episode 9 sucks, but I'll still watch The Mandalorian as long as it's good. Maybe if episode 9 is awesome, then I'll say, hey, it looks like Star Wars is actually back. I do think it's interesting that Bob Iger basically stepped in and on the production of Mandalorian and basically pushed Kathleen Kennedy aside a little bit, and I think that's why it's so much better than what we've seen. But as far as it affecting my hopes for Picard, I'll say anything is possible. I've said that I hope Picard is good. I'm just not holding my breath. Darth Aaron says, hello, 4 months of beard growth. By month 12, I will look like a wizard. Well, you're a Sith, so should you then switch to Jedi? But I don't say Star Wars is back in full, but within that show it's back. Fair enough. I wonder, will he fight a Force user? I don't know, Darth Raven, but that's one thing I was telling Mrs. Antitrekker after watching episode 3. Now that he has a full set of Mandalorian armor, I want to see him fight someone wielding a lightsaber, because he's got one of the few things that can deflect a lightsaber. Be prepared to talk about the story that came out. It turns out Kathleen Kennedy lied about Palpatine, always planned for episode 9. It turns out it was JJ's idea to bring him back. I don't know where that article came from. Is it confirmed or is it rumor stuff? And Sassy donated $1, says feed her. Well, I'll feed her, but she's enjoying that bone. Sassy, I know you love Auntie. You guys are sisters and all, but so let's just. All right, yes, and Auntie's like, what? More stuff? Yeah, that's right. There you go. She does love that jerky, though. I got to get some more. I'm almost out. But thank you, Sassy. And so if you, Bird, I don't know if you have it, but send me the link to that article and make sure that was just PayPal. Yeah. And let's see. John DeMarco's in the house. Says, greetings. How you doing? Godson says, I see you change your YouTube icon. I did. I changed it to the metallic version of the turd. And part of it was, I know that the turd icon, some people don't like it. It'll still, I'm not changing, the videos, even though I did use the metallic one for my, why am I called the anti-tricker, for the thumbnail. Notice it's still the regular turd in the video, and that's going to stay. And let's see. Ian says, answer, yeah, Anita Sarkeesian is Looney Tunes. Yeah, I'll tell you, the thing about her that made me mad, and if you saw my stream yesterday, is it's one thing to have a political agenda. Lots and lots of people have a political agenda, and they want to fight for their political agenda because they believe it's the right thing to do. Fine. I disagree with you, but I respect the fact that you want to fight for what you believe is right. That being said, she's out there complaining about something that is factually incorrect, and you can demonstrably show that she's full of crap on. That's a dumb move. That doesn't help her cause. Right, Auntie? She's like, shut up, I got a bone here. So you see, Auntie just ignores me when she's got a bone. I see you're wearing your Keeps and Games. There's Hooded. Yes, I am. I'm prepared because I'm going to be on with Jeremy in approximately half an hour. It was a video Nerdrotic released overnight. I was very excited about it. We'll get the link. Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to check it out when we're getting ready for the show. Joseph says the only way they can save the rise of soy walkers by making Rey go back in time to sacrifice herself to make sure a Disney franchise never happened. Well, first of all, it's not the Disney franchise. It is the Lucasfilm produced this garbage. All right, I know it's easy to blame Disney. It has nothing to do with Disney. It has everything to do with Kathleen Kennedy, who was taking over Lucasfilm before Disney bought it. So we would have gotten this regardless. Tom says your turd looks normal to me. Well, it depends on. It's funny because I updated it in my Google account, and then it just takes a while for everybody to be able to see the update. Kathleen Kennedy's casting couch could be, not saying it is, for the reason for the haunted look in Luke Skywalker's eyes. Yeah. Weird. I thought, what if Mando is force sensitive, but save it for a huge moment, like oh no, then boom, force. I hope not. I think that would be a cheesy way to go. I don't want. And by the way, I hate the name Mando. I think that is so stupid. Trek95 says, hashtag keep the turd, hashtag me poo. The turd ain't going anywhere, I promise. Really nice doggy. Yes, Lucy, Auntie is a sweet dog, and that is the name of my dog, A-N-T-I. That's what her dog tag says. Mr. Wolverine says, well, hi, howdy, hello, hi there, Mr. Friend Buddy, Saturday one. Yes, I'm just doing this stream to kind of get warmed up a little bit before I get on Nerdrotic. So I hope that all of you will join us over on Nerdrotic's channel in just a few minutes, actually. I'll probably be signing off from this live stream in about 10 minutes or so to get ready for the Nerdrotic stream, which is going to be at, let's see, 7 p.m. Central, so I believe that's 8 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. West Coast time. I have no idea what it is for my friends on the other side of the ocean. Anita Sarkeesian lied about recording and liking games. She hates Destiny's sitting model for a girl. Well, I don't know the whole thing with the game stuff. I know she was big into that, but I don't know the details of it. I didn't care. Because her political agenda, quite frankly, doesn't interest me. The problem with people being allowed to believe what they want to believe is that they want to impose their views through law without any consideration for real-world consequences. That's a good way to put it. But here's the thing: like I do believe everybody has the right to believe whatever they want to believe. And thank you, Bird, for that link. I got it. And so I do absolutely believe in the right of belief, that everybody has the right to believe whatever the heck they want. That being said, there's a difference between the right to believe things and the right to impose their beliefs on others, right? And by the way, because I know people like to bash on religious folks, it is not imposing beliefs for people to knock on your doors and say, hey, let's talk about what I believe, and then you can slam the door in their face, or you can say, sure, let's talk about it. That's not imposing their beliefs. Imposing beliefs would be forcing you to adhere to those beliefs through legislation. Now, some people argue that, like, for example, on the abortion topic, right, that if you're pro-life, that's forcing your religious beliefs. No, that's not a religious topic. Guess how many times abortion is mentioned in the Bible? The answer is 0. So the pro-choice, pro-life is a political thing that shouldn't be a political thing at all, because it's a medical thing. But as far as, like, if you just, you think that, I don't know, that there should be quotas to how many of what group of people should be hired and stuff like that, and you force that on people, that's forcing your beliefs on others. Let's see. Darth Maul says, my turd is still brown. Well, that just means you're healthy. Darth Vader, but he's a man, do. Her new dog tag will say Beagle Special number 42B. No, it will not. Bird says, Trevorrow, the first director, is the one saying Palpatine was never in the original plans. Ah, gotcha. And Mr. Wolverine says Oakley Dokley. I'm not sure why, but... And let's see. Okay, that was Nerdrotic, looks like. That he is setting up the stream for tonight. So I'm going to wrap it up in just a couple minutes. So don't put a lot of comments in here, because I'm going to wrap up the last few comments here and then get over to Nerdrotic stuff, and then we will have some fun over there. You have the right to be stupid, but I have the right to call you on it. Absolutely. I agree with that. Track 90, Darth Maul saying, I'm just saying Intricate should get his checked out if his are silver. Well, it's because I hit 10,000 subs. That's a silver. I guess, like when I hit 100,000, I'll make it gold or something. Abortion is mentioned in the Bible. Thou shalt not kill. There's no self-defense against an unborn baby. No war to protect the country. Just slaughter for profit. Actually, Joseph, I will disagree with you on part of that. In that, first of all, you're factually incorrect about thou shalt not kill. The correct terminology is thou shalt not murder specifically. All right, so murder is prohibited from the Bible, not killing. Second of all, if you want to argue self-defense, if the woman's life is in danger, then yes, you could consider abortion self-defense. Now, I am not pro, and I shouldn't be talking about this because this is not the political channel, but I am not pro-life. I am not pro-choice. I am anti-choice. So that's where I stand on it. Which I would get into in detail, but I'm not going to get too political here. Alice says, my husband is okay with us getting the CBS channel to see Star Trek Discovery. I've been keeping up by listening to others online and watching spoilers. Should we spend the money? That's a tough one, Alice, because if you like what you've seen of Star Trek Discovery, sure. And here's the thing, Star Trek Discovery is a pretty looking show. If you want to see the explosions and visual effects and stuff, sure, I'm okay with that. But if you're expecting good Star Trek storytelling, no, I wouldn't spend the money. Thomas just puts comment, because I said don't put a lot of comments. Bird of Prey says, any Sunday stream tomorrow on Rational Roundtable? Yes. It'll be later than usual, as been normal lately, because since I'm not going to church tonight because of Nerdrotic, we'll be going to church tomorrow morning, and then when we get home, I'll do a Rational Roundtable stream. Darther says, I will just say this once. Do not agree with abortion, don't care, and I don't agree with murdering children. Well, I certainly don't agree with murdering anybody. However, I think that it is a medical procedure and should be treated as such. It should not be a political issue at all. And you saying unborn babies aren't murder? Wait, unborn babies aren't murder? Well, if you mean killing unborn babies, Joseph, I'll tell you what. Come to the Rational Roundtable stream and we'll talk about it tomorrow. I don't want to get into that here. This is not the appropriate place for that. But no, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that if it is medically necessary, then it is medically necessary. But if it is not medically necessary, then it ought not be done. Rock Solid puts a buck into the stream and wants number 17. You got it, Rock Solid.
Hey, you want to learn about Jesus?
There's no such thing as hooker-client confidentiality.
All right, so Alice says only pike. Not sure what you said. Well, pike on Discovery is good. I like pike on Discovery. So if you just, that's the problem. Is I can't condone spending the money, but at the same time, man, and I would probably, I'm looking forward to seeing Picard next, or not next month, but 2 months from now. Just remember you brought up religion and abortion. I know, it was stupid of me. It was stupid of me. Enter is demonetized so hard his grandkids and grandkids will be demonetized probably. Uncle Remus got skipped over. I apologize, Uncle Remus. I'm trying to hurry is all, because getting ready to stream over with Nerdrotic in just a couple minutes. Multi-gunman, I'm pro-life. Like I said, I'm anti-choice. I think that it is a medical choice, not a convenience choice. Does that make sense? I hope that explains it. What time is Rational Roundtable? Usually it's early in the morning, but tomorrow, I'm not sure if we're going to the early service or the late service. So I will say that it will start before 1 o'clock p.m. Central. So if we go to the early service, it'll probably start around 10:30, 11. If we go to the later service, it'll probably be close to 1 o'clock that we started. But it'll be in that general time frame. And Central time zone, because that's the time zone I live in. But yes, we can talk about it tomorrow. We'll get into it. All right. So, let me see. Couple more. Darth says, if your emoji goes diamond, will Zales or Kay call you? Hopefully. Roxaw says Nerdrotic needs to have me on. Well, reach out to him. Let him know. He's willing to bring in other people. It's okay to criticize. Is it okay to criticize Kurogan politics? Of course. That is always okay. And Mr. Miles says, make sure you disable that new sub notification before Nerdrotic. Actually what I'll do is turn off the Streamlabs notifications completely. But with that, and Mexican Iron Man, thank you so much, puts $10 in right when I'm about to run the credits. Says, fantastic Borg video. Thank you, my friend. And says, hey, what's the link for the video when you and Burnett started debating? I was driving and lost the feed. I'm so excited about your channel's growth, bro. I'll have to dig it up. Let me see.
I got it! Great kid! Don't get cocky!
Auntie's upset because Joshua's here to take her for a walk and she's got her bone. Hey! You know what? You need to stop growling. Yes, I am talking to you. Come on. Hey! You're going to get in trouble, girl. Come on. Come on. Hey. You be quiet. All right. We're going to fight with the dog for a little while. And so on that, she doesn't want to leave the bone. Auntie, quiet. Just be quiet. All right. Joshua, back up, please. She's upset. Shh. Quiet. Anyway, Mexican Iron Man, sorry. It's on the Midnight's Edge After Dark channel. I don't know the actual link to the stream, but I am going to wrap it up because now I gotta try and get Auntie to calm down before the Nerdrotic stream starts. So take care, guys. Oh, Auntie, you're just trying to get me in trouble.